We've all seen TV shows such as Scrubs, House, and Grey's Anatomy. We're all very familiar with the typical scene of a doctor swooping in to save the day during a medical emergency. We're surrounded by these dramatized versions of what we think doctors do every day in the media. But what is it really like to be a doctor, and how do you get there? To answer some of these questions, I was able to interview Dr. Miriam Ferns of Whiteville, North Carolina. Dr. Ferns has practiced medicine for over 15 years. She has experience with the general medical population, but has also been able to work in the prison system and with patients who have struggled with drug addiction. In my interview, Dr. Ferns and I talked about what it's like to pursue the field of medicine, the requirements you need to fulfill for that, what it's like when you are already a doctor, and how this intertwines with your daily life. We also talked about a moral dilemma that Dr. Ferns faced in her practice, as well as one thing she would change given the chance. To begin, Dr. Ferns informed me that to pursue the medical profession as a doctor, you must first attend a 4-year institution and receive a degree. I was surprised to learn that in order to gain admission into medical school, you don't need to be a biology or a chemistry major. Medical schools are accepting students of all majors from art to history, given that students do complete some prerequisite biology and chemistry courses. After you've received your 4-year degree from a college or university, you'll then apply to medical school. Medical school will take 4 years. In the first 2 years, Dr. Ferns informed me, you will learn a lot of biology and chemistry and mainly what she called bookwork. After this 2 years, medical students get more hands-on and patient interaction training. It is during these last 2 years, Dr. Ferns said, that medical students start to think about and decide on what specialty they'd like to pursue within the field. After 4 years of medical school, you will then complete a 3 to 5 year program called a residency. A residency is where you will practice in the exact field that you selected and get more acclimated with the field as well as prepared to pursue that field for your rest of your medical career. So, after 4 years of undergraduate, 4 years of medical school, and 3 to 5 years of residency, you're finally a doctor. I asked Dr. Ferns what it's like. She told me that when she first began practicing, she wasn't really ready for the life pressures and stresses of the medical field. Dr. Ferns has told me that she feels that her work as a doctor has interfered with her family life and that she has oftentimes wished that she could spend more time with her children. She has since made adjustments to her schedule to accommodate her children's school schedules to be able to spend more time with them. Dr. Ferns also told me that to help manage the stress and the fast-paced nature of her job, she actively participates in yoga and meditation. When I asked Dr. Ferns what she might change about the medical profession, I was surprised by her answer, as it didn't match what she just told me. She told me that if she could change one thing about the medical profession, she would spend more time with patients. This was interesting to me because 2 studies, one by the National Institutes of Health and the other by a medical researcher named R.L. Lowe, found some interesting information on how much time doctors get to spend with patients. The NIH found that the average patient and doctor interaction during an appointment is 15 to 20 minutes. That's really short. R.L. Lowe's research revealed that the shorter the amount of time a doctor spends with a patient, the more there tends to be the trend of overprescribing of medication. Dr. Ferns told me that she has had similar concerns and that she just feels like 15 to 20 minutes, even 25 to 30 minutes, is sometimes not enough to be able to fully diagnose what medical concerns a person might have. When I finally asked Dr. Ferns to just go over quickly a unique situation she faced in her practice, she told me about one of her older patients. She had been seeing this patient for 5 to 6 years and knew this woman quite well. She hadn't been seen in several months, and Dr. Ferns was a little concerned when she came in with her family members, who seemed to be her grandchildren. Her grandchildren tried to convince Dr. Ferns that the woman had dementia and was unable to control her finances. Dr. Ferns compared the notes that she had, her medical history, and previous examinations, performed a new examination, and determined that the woman in fact did not have dementia. Unfortunately, this turned into a pretty dramatic situation, and it was determined that, unfortunately, the family members had some financial rather than health interests at heart. To wrap it all up, I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation and learned some unique information. Thank you.